All right, contract negotiations between the United Auto Workers Union and the Detroit Big Three begin tomorrow. But today we saw a break from tradition. UAW President Shawn Fain announced there would be no public handshake ceremonies with the companies. Instead, he traveled around to 3 Detroit area plants to meet with UAW members. I was there as Shawn Fain arrived at GM's Factory Zero.
We're shaking hands with people that this is all about. This is their agreement, it's their contract. They haven't been treated right over the years, and it's time for them to get their justice.
GM employee Cheryl Page was delighted to shake Fain's hand. I talked to her immediately after.
I never met any other president before one-on-one, so this is different.
And what does it mean to you to have had that opportunity?
I feel included. You know, and we talk a lot about inclusion, so I feel included.
I asked her what she wants to see come of the negotiations.
I'm hoping to get some of those things we lost during the bankruptcy. You know, we lost a lot.
I wanted to know what the change from tradition means for strategy, so I talked to Wayne State Professor of Business Merrick Masters. He studied the UAW for years and written extensively on unions and labor relations. He thinks UAW is trying to send a message that
we're going to be more insistent on our demands, and we're willing to use the powers that we have, including the ultimate one, a strike, in order to achieve our ends. I wouldn't read more into it than that. I think what's going to really matter is how creative they are in finding solutions when they get to the table.
He says what he thinks really matters is how creative they are when they get to the table.
I think regardless of who had been at the leadership helm at the UAW, there would have been a good chance of a strike because these issues are just very, very difficult. The companies are under enormous pressure to invest a lot. It's more expensive to invest because the cost of capital has gone up and the competition is relentless.
Any predictions about how this round of negotiations is going to go?
The parties are willing to forego their rhetoric and focus on the issues. I think that they can find a path to success. But if they're not, if they want a pound of flesh, then there'll be a strike.
And of course, we'll see what happens. Now, here's how the schedule breaks down. Negotiations with Stellantis begins tomorrow. Ford will start their talks on Friday, and General Motors is expected to begin next Tuesday. Just a short time ago, I reached out to all of the big Detroit Three. GM issued a statement to me saying, in part, General Motors is committed to providing jobs that support American workers, their families, and their communities where they work and live. We have a long history of negotiating fair contracts with the UAW that reward our employees and support the long-term success of our business. Lots of things going on right now. Of course, we've had a lot of profits, but we also have that transition to EVs. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and they have made a lot of profits, so hopefully it'll translate into a nice worker benefit as well, right?
Happy workers makes it very happy business.
Yes, fingers crossed on that. All right, what's